guys, we're using the magic trowel that's normally for floor projects on a countertop using some amazing colors that you can get at RK3 Designs. Stay tuned and enjoy the video.
All right, here we go. You grab a cup, I'll grab a cup.
Right.
We're just gonna randomly pour it.
Awesome.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of lay it down.
And this is one that you can really just jam out when you have a giant kitchen to do, right?
Yes, and they're gonna be shocked on how fast, once we get this out, what it's gonna do. All right, so we both just poured out the beach sand luster and the taupe stone. I'm gonna come back with the white. Now this is just a kind of a technique. You guys can use any color that you want. We're just kind of bringing in just good earth tone type colors that really will go just about anywhere. Now you could substitute your taupe with a gray.
Right.
Wow, wouldn't that be pretty?
It would.
All right.
You know, but this is just 3 simple colors and then we're pretty much ready to melt.
We are. All right,
Here's that trowel.
rock, paper, scissors, who's doing it?
I say ladies first.
Oh, well,
and you can pass it on over when you're ready.
I'm gonna go about halfway and then I'm gonna let you do it.
Are we keeping the clear off for now?
Oh, I
almost
forgot about the clear. Heck
right?
yeah, add the clear.
So right now I'm gonna come to kind of the bare areas.
So why do we do clear, Mitch? Let everybody know
Clear
why we do
is
that.
create some cool depth when you go and start melding this. You're gonna ghost through and see some of that substrate down below and can create depth amongst all those 3 colors.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's torch it just really quickly.
I'll do that. Just a quick little torching.
All right, take a trowel.
Now we're just making the dry areas wet with this magic trowel.
Yep, and I like this because I can do long. And what I really love is when you pick it up and you have those little strings of color and you move it, it just makes the coolest.
And how many
design.
ounces did we mix per square foot for
We
this one?
are a little over 3 ounces per square foot.
And the cool part about that trowel too is it is reusable. I just stand it up when I'm all done and wipe that off, and you could reuse this bad boy over and over again.
You don't want to over meld, and that's what's really cool with this magic trowel is you're able to move so much product at one time that you don't have to worry about over mixing your colors.
And you can really pick a color up and really kind of control it much more than you can with an exotic pour. Even a melded marble, you're kind of limited with those Bondo spreaders.
Yep. Now we have come in here and fogged our edges with some darker gray, and we're going to add some accent colors here in just a minute, and that's going to kind of take care of covering up some of this. But I love to do a rock edge that has a little bit darker edge than the actual color at the top. It just makes it look so realistic as this epoxy starts to roll over and get in these highs and lows. Now when you take your epoxy and you rub it, you want to make sure that you get up underneath that edge.
When you have stubborn little dry areas like that, just come on in and touch it with your finger. Make that dry area wet and then it melds and self-levels. Here's another one. All right, how long did that take us, Rhonda?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, so if we had 100 square feet, you could mix up your colors, blob them, somebody follows with that trowel, and now the next step is starting to add our accent colors, right?
Yeah, but Mitch, this could be a finish all on its own. But guess what? We're gonna take it to the next level. Let's do it. All right.
Out of the park.
Let's do it. Okay. All right, Mitch, so what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do here?
It's time to add the accent color. So you got a couple ways to do that. You could do skinny lines, you could do bigger blobs. We find kind of the bigger blobs gives you some more color to pull.
Yeah, I agree.
And that dark, it kind of gradients out, so it's kind of a little bit darker and it feathers out. So you kind of want to go that route?
Let's do it.
Let's try that right here, and we could always mix up
This is my side. This will be your side.
We can mix up the technique as we work our way across the project.
Absolutely.
And that kind of happens all the time. You could throw an audible into the project when you're on site or building these in the shop.
Yeah.
It's going one way, and then a happy accident can happen, and then that gets applied over the whole project. So let's start out with a little blob here randomly.
Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful color.
Ooh, that is a pretty color.
That's a pretty color.
And now we're melding it, huh?
All right, let's see.
So long swoop like we kind of just did that, right? Let's go.
Absolutely. Ooh.
look at that.
Look, I know.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And we have to really reiterate, you need to let the epoxy move and do things on its own. It's got to kind of morph.
Right. So you could pick up the color too with that, and you don't want to over meld, or you'll just keep making mud. So I think that's a little bit. Oh, look how that just subtly adds it.
I love it.
You do your side, and then we'll see how much we need in the middle. You cool with that?
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, so I'm
Gosh, that is pretty.
I'm gonna kind of go maybe like this. All right, and I'm gonna kind of start back here, and I'm gonna bring some of this color over the top of it, so it's a little. And I want to get on that edge.
Yeah, bring some color up the front. That's a good call.
Maybe. And then what I like about it is as you just kind of keep using it, you can, that color that you have on the outer areas, you can just kind of make really soft. Oh yeah, I like this. Okay, what do you think?
I'm digging it.
Oh yeah, and see, oh
my goodness,
look at that.
Great color in there.
Yeah,
too.
look at that, and look how by picking it up, and then laying it down, look how it made almost like a little fault line there.
Yeah, like the colors will stick on that bottom. When you go really heavy into the blue and you pick up, you'll have all sorts of color. That's when you come over here and add just very subtle wisps of it. Ooh. I don't want to mess with that much.
I know, because I love how subtle it is. I love it. Oh yeah, I like that.
I think I should come a little bit, or what?
Yeah.
Or leave that.
No, I like it. I would come this way and bring it that way, so you're not starting right in the middle of the color. Yeah. That's pretty.
That is pretty.
We have some skim milk left. I think I'm gonna kind of just come in here, and after we quit melding it, I'm gonna come in here and kind of create some fault lines. What y'all think about that?
I'm gonna put this blue, Rhonda, and kind of bring that over the front edge.
You bet.
If I can figure that out. Maybe like this.
Get some of that color.
Just get some of that color coming over. That looks cool. This is looking really good. We are getting some color. Keep it from really running. Can just touch your finger in there and break it up some.
I'm gonna come in with some skim milk that we had left over, and I'm just gonna kind of put some, almost like, you know, natural stone will have some fault lines where it almost looks like the slab was cracked. And because our epoxy is still very, very fluid, these white lines that I'm coming in are gonna sink and become very, very faint. So as it kind of keeps moving, they'll get real organic, and it'll look just as if the slab had some natural cracks in it. And I know that we had looked at a picture earlier, and the piece had quite a few of these random little lines running through it.
So you think we're pretty much done with this?
I do.
I do too. So when we're all done with the magic trowel, the best practice, you're gonna wanna set it vertical so you don't leave that and let it stick like our notch trowels. So I'll stand it up, then I'll take isopropyl and clean this with a towel, and it's reusable in infinite times pretty much, right?
You gotta make sure you get that epoxy off there.
I've let it set up like this and tried to peel that off, and it wants to rip that blue silicone, so that's a pro tip. And look at how little of that blue we use.
Oh, I know. You know what,
It goes so far. What you thinking now?
I
saw the look in your eye.
Look. I just can't walk away from epoxy in a cup. I just can't.
No.
So everyone knows what this looks like, right? Let's just full send, turn this into a kind of a quiet, easy going meld to boom. You want to do it?
Yes, I do. Let's get the camera guy to give us a flyover just in case this goes south.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to take this up. We're going full send on that blue. It's some pretty stuff.
So we're gonna like preference this with, we have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but we have extra, and let's just see what happens. Happy accidents, here we go.
You know, let's say if you're doing this for your customer, you are in the bidding process. You're in like, what colors do you want? You can show them this piece, take photos of it, and then if you know, this piece is a beautiful color.
Right.
And we know how this stuff works together. Let's full send it, take another picture, show both of those to our customer. It's up to them, it's their kitchen, right?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
And we can then sand this, repaint it, and use it for a whole nother sample board.
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm just gonna get crazy.
Yes.
I'm gonna get crazy
And
here.
like at this, when you meld a big mountain together and then it flows, you get some really cool stuff then too.
Yeah, all right, here we go. I'm scared.
Not me.
Here we go.
I think we'll get out the alcohol though after this.
Oh my gosh. You're talking about isopropyl, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look. And how long have we had this material on the countertop so far?
Probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right?
So we're not worried a bit about...
Gosh, this is beautiful, Rhonda.
Yeah, look at this now. Wow. Now,
both pieces were beautiful, but if they want more color, more pop, here you go.
Now here's what I like. Now watch this, cameraman, follow me. I'm gonna do a swirl and then I'm gonna stop, okay? See that? And then I'm gonna come back. And by picking it up and moving it, this is where you get some cool designs.
Like this effect right here.
Yeah.
How the heck else can you get that? You can't.
Yeah. Ooh, this is what happens when Mitch and I have
beautiful
epoxy.
Color scheme.
Yeah. All right. You want to go full send on the mist? You're going to do drops or you're going to do mist?
I think I'm going to do a couple drops at first.
All right. We got the Italian drip going on.
Italian drip, just put a puddle in the hand and then let's mist it.
Oh, wow. Look at right here. Ooh-hoo-hoo-wee. Now, guys, when you do this, you need to walk away a minute and let the alcohol and your epoxy and the colors kind of fight and do all that fun stuff. Don't make a decision right off the bat. Let it kind of do its thing.
You can put too much alcohol on the project at one time. You got to let that dissipate.
Well, look, now I got a little bit left of the color. Now I'm going to come back and just get a little bold. And I'm going to kind of add some bold veins.
Cool.
And even that, we can soften out.
Those are looking great, Rhonda.
So you can take your finger, and I learned this from my friend Lindsay. You can kind of take your finger.
Ooh, you just kind of, instead of the stick?
Yeah, just kind of take your finger.
I want to do a Lindsay trick.
And you kind of come in and you can separate them. All right, so Mitch.
Yep.
This was fun.
This was fun.
And we took it to one step that I think we both agree on. I really don't like when we misted it with the alcohol. Right. Sometimes it works and sometimes it just doesn't work. And in this case, I don't like it. So
me neither.
We're gonna whip out the old magic trowel again. Hey, we have a good hour to play with this stuff.
Yeah.
So
let's
see.
And the magic trowel can also be used as kind of a magic eraser.
Exactly.
So watch what happens. It's
exactly.
epic.
So what we're gonna do now is we have these veins that we laid out. Now we're just gonna take everything and very, very softly meld it together. That's gonna do two things. One, it's gonna soften the pattern. Two, it's gonna take away some of this design that we got with the alcohol that we're just not crazy about. So don't freak out, guys. If you do something you don't like, take a step back, take a deep breath, and you can fix it. So here goes. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna take, and instead of doing the trowel this time in a design, I'm gonna just very lightly, and I am barely putting any pressure.
Wow.
I'm just barely gonna go over this, and what that's also gonna do is kind of take that vein and soften all that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's keeping a very subtle amount of the selling,
Yeah.
but softening the whole project.
And I'm just, it's not even the weight of the magic trowel. I'm just barely touching that. Wow.
Yeah, walk away, Rhonda. This is pretty.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you could come in and do like a different angle if you wanted your vein to kind of get at a different angle. You could even come however you kind of wanted to move it. I'm kind of getting...
You're getting barely any material on there. That's perfect.
Yeah, make sure I clean that off. Okay, I think I'm gonna be calling it a day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah, I like it very soft.
And it's still gonna move and self-level for the next hour or more.
So don't ever give up.
No, don't ever give up. And go back to the arsenal of epoxy techniques that Rhonda and myself teaches you on our channels, which, you know, that magic trowel, the isopropyl, drag a vein, there's all these little techniques that can take your project out of the rough, right, and bring it back onto the fairway.
So guys, I want you to understand in this video, more than anything, understand that you have plenty of working time and you can just kind of go out there and be creative, and you can play with your colors and see what all that you can create. All right, all of these products can be found on our website, RK3Designs.com, and also check out our classes, guys. We offer some amazing classes and people come from all over to learn how to do this. Until next time, guys, remember, don't be scared, move forward, and be creative.